Oh, well, hello, and welcome to the Coachman.
Hello, this is Omar John Ori the second and Daisy.
I was going to say, I was like, no, that's my name. But anyway, for today's reading, we're gonna be heading all the way over to Korea, and a nice little story called Tokgabi and His Pranks, written by Elliot Griffis.
Tokgabi is the most mischievous sprite in all Korean fairyland. He does not like the sunshine or outdoors, and no one ever saw him on the streets. He lives in the sooty flues that run under the floors along the whole length of the house, from the kitchen at one end of it to the chimney hole in the ground at the other end. He delights in the smoke and smut, and he does not mind fire or flame, for he likes to be where it's warm. He has no lungs, and his skin and eyes are both fireproof. He is as black as night and loves nothing that is white in it. He is always afraid of a bit of silver, even if it be only a hairpin.
Sounds like one angry black dude. Well, let that alone. Takavi likes most to play at night in the little loft over the fireplace, to run along the rafters and knock down the dust and cobwebs in his delight. His favorite game is to make the iron rice pot lid dance up and down so that it tumbles inside the rice kettle and cannot easily be gotten out again. Oh, how many times the cook burns, scalds, or steams her fingers in attempting to fish out that pot lid when Takabi has pushed it in. How she does, bless the sooty imp.
This is a rude sprite, but most are.
Yeah, but he's on his own. That's a lone wolf right there. He's like, just whatever. I'm getting kicks.
Yeah, he's trying to fill his time. I get it. But Tokgabi is not always mischievous, and the most of his capers hurt nobody. Well, that's good.
See, he's just making himself laugh.
He is such a merry fellow that he keeps continually busy, whether people cry or laugh. He does not mean to give anyone trouble, but he must have fun every minute, especially at night when the fire is out. How he does chase the mice up and down the fines under the floor and up in the garret over the rafters. When the mousies lie dead on their backs with their toes turned upward, the street boys take them outdoors and throw them up in the air. Okay, that's just weird. Before the mice fall to the ground, the hawks swoop them down and eat them up. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Should have waited a sentence.
It happens to me all the time.
Many a bird of prey gets his breakfast in this way. That kind of rhymed.
True. That is true. Although Takabi plays so many pranks, he is kind to the kitchen maids. When, after a hard day's work, one is so tired out that she falls asleep, he helps her to do her hard task. Takabi washes their dishes and cleans their tables for good servants.
Aww.
So, when they wake up, the girls find their work done for them. Many a fairy tale is told about this jolly sprite's doing, how he gives good things to really nice people and makes the bad ones mad by spitefully using them. They do say that the king of all the Tokgabis has a museum of curiosities and a storehouse full of gold and gems and fine clothes and everything sweet to eat for good boys and girls and for old people that are kind to the birds and dumb animals. Why do they call them dumb animals? Don't they just say, like, I don't know.
Are there animals that are dumb?
I mean, there are a lot of dumb animals. Like, for real dumb. Like, seriously.
I don't think so.
We'll have a conversation. Seriously, they are, like, I think, there are, like, they've done, like, tests about, like, the dumbest
They've done
animal.
tests and proven that animals are dumb.
No, about, like, the level of intelligence. And they so some of the dumber ones, for example, like how elephants can recognize, they have this hierarchy and can recognize like certain emotions or whatever it is. There's a variety, but there are animals that they're literally like, this animal has like the intelligence of like a toddler.
Toddlers aren't dumb. Don't give me that look.
Have you seen toddlers digging up their nose and eating it?
Yeah, probably because
licking their snot.
Well, probably because
digging in their asses. You've never seen a kid, like a little kid digging his diaper.
If a toddler is digging in their nose or digging in their ass, all they're trying to do is get what's in there out. That ain't dumb. The means of how they do it is gross, but let's be real. Everything that's up there is meant to come out, so they must not be that dumb.
I'm going to leave well enough alone. I've done it. I've worked for kids. I'm going to leave it alone. So you guys make up your own minds, whatever. Kid digging in his diaper, whatever. Go for it.
For bad folks, he has all sorts of things that are ugly and troublesome. He punishes stingy people by making them poor and miserable. I like this guy. The Tokgabi king has also a menagerie of animals. These that he sends to do his errands, rewarding the good and punishing naughty folks. Every year, the little almanac with red and green covers tells in what quarters of the skies the Tokgabi king lives for that year, so that the farmers and country people will keep out of his way and not provoke him. In his menagerie, the kind creatures that help human beings are the dragon, bear, tortoise, frog, dog, and rabbit. These are all man's friends. The cruel and treacherous creatures in the Tokgabi's menagerie are the tiger, wild boar, leopard, serpent, toad, and cat. These are the messengers of the Tokgabi's king to do his bidding when he punishes naughty folks.
All right. The common everyday Tokgabi plays fewer tricks on the men and boys and enjoys himself more in bothering the girls and women. You know what that means?
Oh my God, I hate this person.
This, I suppose, is because they spend more time in the house than their farmers, or fathers, or brothers. In the lands of the rat-a-tat-tat, where the sound of beating and with washed clothes never ceases, Tokgabi loves to get a hold of the women's laundry sticks, which are used for pounding and polishing the starched clothes. He hides them so that they cannot be found. Then, Daddy makes a fuss because his long white coat has to go without its usual gloss. But it is all Tokgabi's fault.
Tokgabi does not like starch because it's white. He loves to dance on Daddy's big black hat case that hangs on the wall. Sometimes he wiggles the fetish. What's that word?
I don't know.
I don't know either. He wiggles the fetish or household idol that is suspended from the rafters. But most of all, he enjoys dancing a jig among the dishes in the closet over the fireplace, making them rattle and often tumble down with a crash. So a fetish is an object believed to have a supernatural power, or in particular, a human-made object that has powers over others. Thank you, Google.
Wikipedia. But the funny part about it is actually that definition is under the definition fetishisms. So it's very interesting what the rabbit hole you have to go down. But that is it. So Tokgabi likes to bother men sometimes too. If Daddy should get his top knot caught in a rat hole, or his head should slip off his wooden pillow at night. Damn, that sucks. And he bumps his nose. It is all Tokgabi's fault. When anything happens to a boy's long braid of hair that hangs down his back and makes him look so much like a girl, Tokgabi is to blame for it. It is even said that naughty men make compacts with Tokgabis to do bad things, but the imp only helps a man for the fun of it. Tokgabi cares nothing about what mortal men call right or wrong. He is only after fun, and it is up to mischief. And it is up to mischief all the time. So one must watch out for him. Damn right. He started laughing.
Goodness. The kitchen maids and the men think they know how to circumvent Tokgabi and spoil his tricks. Knowing that the imp does not like red, a young man, when betrothed, wears clothes this bright color. Tokgabi is afraid of shining silver too, so the men fasten their top knots together and the girls keep their chigon. What's that word?
Right, it's chignons.
Chignons in shape with silver hairpins. The magistrates and government officers have little storks made of solid silver in their hats, or else these birds are embroidered with silver thread on their dresses. Everyone who can use white metal dishes and dresses in snowy garments. Tokgabi likes nothing white, and that is the reason why every Korean who can put on clothes that are as dazzling as hoarfrost. What? Okay. Tons and mountains of starch are consumed in blanching and stiffening coats and skirts, sleeves and stockings. On festival days, the people look as if they were dipped in starch and their garments encrusted with rock candy. This would be some funky looking people.
I bet you they got a cool way of looking at it. Before we tell Tokgabi's museum and curiosity shop and of his aviary of birds liked and disliked and his menagerie of popular and despised animals, we must let you know how and why Tokgabi used to be most busy between the hours of 9 o'clock at night and midnight. In old days, the great bell in the center of the city of Seoul was struck at 9 o'clock at night. Then every man and boy must be in the house and off the streets, while every woman and grown girl carrying a little paper lantern was free to walk out in the darkness or moonlight. Woe be to anyone of the masculine gender caught outdoors.
Whoop, whoop.
If grabbed by the magistrate, he was severely spanked. Yeah, I bet you.
Spanked?
Yeah, I bet you. Yo, bend over. Get cracked. If grabbed by the magistrate, he was severely spanked. Great wooden paddles were kept in the police office to be used on boys and men seen abroad.
Dang.
That's sick. Go for it.
Finally, men knowing what the women go through. The women folk dressed in white in their toned up shoes and with their funny little green jackets over their heads wended their way to call on their female friends for chat and gossip. Yet they must every one of them be home by midnight, and then, if Tokgabi had not hidden their beaters away, they began again on the pile of starched clothes. Laying each garment over a little round log, they kept up a steady rat-tat-tat until near morning, making the real Korean chorus, which Tokgabi loves to hear.
I like Tokgabis. I might have to read more about them. But what do you think about it?
I had many thoughts, so many thoughts. But I'm glad that we don't have sprites in our home.
Yeah, neither do I. So, oh well. Well, that's the end of Tokgabis, and we'll probably find out more about them. But thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed.
Until next time, take care.